2 days ago, if not mistaken, u-Adams uyewavula i-case against uGeneral Mkhwanazi. Phansi koba uGeneral Mkhwanazi kune-testimony wayeke wayibeka eyoba Ket Matlala no Begicele kwaba khona ne-exchange of imani. So just that party kuphela last week during i-testimony kaBegicele wathi ucela ukuyikhipha leya party leya qha. But wayitsho nje nge-SMS kwakuthi I think i-members ze-parliament zithi no akakwazi ukuthetha into ezinje in public bese bakumele ukuthi withdraw setheni afuna ukuwithdrawa nge-message kukuthi I think it's because babe busy, not that he did not want to do it the proper way. And apologize again kwathiwa apologize leze result uBhekicele wathi umxolele and uyamazi inhlobo yoba ungumuntu onjani uGeneral Mkhwanazi. So asu ushow into ba is probably just a joining mistake and wacho right there ukuthi yamxolele. So it looks like 2 days ago Adams decided to take the matter upon himself wayevula i-case against uGeneral Mkhwanazi, a perjury criminal case ukuthi he lied under oath. Ukuthi let's not get ahead of ourselves Glendo. uGeneral Mkhwanazi uze ne-information akayithe collective information. So uFez uze ne-part ethizeni, usithe weza nephathi ethizeni, uSibu weza nephathi, so omnye uze nephathi. So xa kwenzeka into yoba kunephathi engene ngemistake okanye, because remember the other thing we need to understand, they are still busy with ama investigation, so ama changes are still are still expected, they are still to happen. So it shouldn't be that vela something between, so we should jump. So just to answer this comment, please do not worry. Nanku General Mkhwanazi uziphendulele wathi no, bring it on boy, akanavala kasabi nixi. Yeah, so that's just about it. So I don't think it's gonna hold water. He's ready for that, and I'm sure uyawazi umthetho nani nani. It's not that he lied, basically he said whatever he was told. He was actually representing himself, including colleagues zakhe. So it's not that he created a story nani nani, no. So that way the bazaza if bayabizwa back to kwi-ad hoc committee, because ikhona amahememe ngathi bamfuna ukuthi abuye back, because echo in public bafuna bayixolisele in public ofisha akasabe kanaxhala uthe uzaza azoyenza loo nto le. So nansi video yakhe. So
police station to open a case against me. We'll deal with that at the ad hoc committee. If there's any case open at the police station, anyone has got the right to open a case. Police must investigate, and if there's a crime committed and the police feels that they must take that into the courts, and the courts, if they decide to prosecute, or prosecute. I was never afraid to be prosecuted. I'm not going to be afraid to be prosecuted now. So if Mr. Adams, who I spoke about in that commission, feels that he must then use the strategy to threaten or intimidate, it's okay. I'm not afraid of that. We already understand which side of the law he is. We'll find each other at the right place. Let it happen. He must bring it on. I will never be afraid of it. I'm still going to go back, I'm told, back to the commission, to the other committee. So we'll appear there and go and explain. And as I've said before, what I presented before the citizen in July, I beg your pardon, was not my making alone. It was the South African Police Service members, hardworking men and women, who are frustrated. And I'm sure as we are watching what's happening in the commission, we get to hear more and more police officers talking about the frustrations. So I said in my presentation, I've said in my statement, what I'm talking about is information I have. Some of it I read on documents that I'm entitled to read. And some of it is information I received from the colleagues that briefed me on it. So as I presented, representing the men and women in blue, where there was any omission or error made, that was not intentional and it's going to be explained. We submit some statements, and I think maybe he might have missed the fact that what was spoken about in Parliament against what was in my statement are two different things. So maybe he needs to get my statement and read it and see where I wrote whatever that he went to open a case or else is opening a case against what I said. What I said is coming from the team, and it's going to be explained when we go back to the Parliament. We'll leave it like that. I can't comment about what's happening in the commission. Everyone is watching it as it unfolds. So what I've said before, what we are comfortable with as law enforcement is that at least that gives us a space to be able to do our work. Because all what we are crying for is an opportunity for us to do our work. So as we do our work and be allowed to do our work, that's the only opportunity that we are crying for. So at least we are seeing some activities happening now. we are quite happy with some of the things that are coming out, so that at least society get to see the frustration that men and women are facing on a daily basis as we go about their business. We always say police are only responsible for investigating crime, bringing the perpetrators to court. Someone else, another department, take it from there going forward. But if our efforts is frustrated one way or another, we have to find means to make sure that we are able to enforce the law. But if we are frustrated, like in this sense, in the extent that it happened, we were left with no options but to bring it to the attention of the public. And I'm glad the President took the decision he took to establish a commission. And I'm happy that Parliament is embarking on a process that they're busy with. That will help us all. So that's all we can comment on for now. So please.
I've asked for a charge of perjury to be laid against the Honourable General, because the General came into Parliament and lied under oath. He sends a WhatsApp message, SMS. This is not a WhatsApp group. This is Parliament. You're not allowed to lie here, even if you are the Honourable General. But my issue with Mkhwanazi is since the day of that infamous press conference, this man has not offered an ounce of evidence. It's just allegations, left, right, centre, and the country is lapping it up. Now, if the man has lied under oath, what credibility does his testimony have? And people must remember that the defending team must still come and testify. Mkhwanazi must not take South Africa for a joke. Not all of us are blind. Some of us know why he called that press conference on the 6th. And some of us are willing to tell the truth. Ultimately, this man appears to be fighting crime, but he's covering up for the corrupt. Mkhwanazi must understand there's big trouble coming.
Fadil, also there was an allegation made against you with pertaining the classified information that you had access to. Mkhwanazi saying that you were not supposed to have that, access to that. Have you had any communication from the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry in terms of appearing there? I know that there's no specifics yet when it comes to Parliament's ad hoc committee.
I have received communication from Madlanga. I have informed them that I cannot make